Hello, my friend. Welcome. I'm Vasilis, and I have a question for you. Did you know that you can read people's minds from their actions? I guess you are not, probably. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about the secrets of body language and how you can identify what people really think and what their body and their body language can reveal to you by just looking how they behave in order for you to sell more, convince more people, and maintain a higher status amongst your friends and people you want to meet in your life. So I found this book recently in a second-hand bookstore in Phuket here as I was looking about some books to buy. And I found this book that it was suggested by the great Frank Kern and several other great marketers online. And the name of the author is Peter Collett, and it is called The Book of Tales. It looks like this version specific, that talks about how you can read people's mind from their actions. And this guy, he is the psychologist behind the Big Brother series. I don't know if you watched this huge series, very famous in all over the world, that many people were closed in a room in a specific kind of circumstances that they had to live there and get used with others. So what fascinated me in this book is that he's describing that a tale is an action that tells you what someone is thinking, even if that person doesn't know it by themselves. And tales are highly revealing. I'm gonna give you a tip here that I learned also from another great marketer about dating. Not that I'm into dating stuff, but I was using this a lot. So when the pupils of the person that you are talking are dilating, and this is something unconscious, you cannot control this, so you know it's true, it comes from inside. So when they are dilating, that means that this specific person is in an intense arousal or an intense focus. So if you're a guy and you are talking to a woman and you can see that your pupils are dilating, you're most probably doing something correct. So I'm going to close this parenthesis here, and I'm going to and read you what he is talking about in this book, which is amazing. I've read it already one time, and if you check on your left, if you're watching this on YouTube, on your left up on the video there is an information mark that you can click and go to the blog post and read the full review of this book and the guide that I wrote about it. So what he's telling about is that he's asking, did you know that the way you stand, how you position your elbows and move your feet, eyes and eyebrows say a lot about how dominant or submissive you feel, and that even when you are trying to hide your feelings, your sexual attitudes are betrayed by your eyes and mouth, which was amazing when I first read it. I mean, he says that if you're sitting, for example, on a chair and you have your legs open, that gives a signal that you're a dominant person. But if you're sitting on a chair and your legs are crossed in any kind of way, that gives a signal that you're a submissive kind of person. And that's all unconscious. I mean, I didn't even know that stuff. And most of the people out there, they don't even know this stuff. But if you can manage them in the process, you can really change the way that other people identify you. So here's another thing. The postures you adopt in a conversation and the gestures you make can affect how long you get to talk and how often you get to get interrupted in a conversation. So that means that you want to take the speaker role or the listener role. You can control this in a conversation, really. Another thing is that even the way you smile and facial muscles you use shows whether you are genuinely happy or faking it. Really, I didn't know that stuff. And you see, when people we are laughing, for example, when we're doing this smile characteristic with our mouth, that's called a fake smile. But when we are smiling and laughing and we are using our eyes muscles, which they are unconscious control, and you cannot do it fake. I mean, you cannot manipulate your eyes muscles to subtract. What it means is that the laughter, the smile, is original and comes from an emotion. So this way, for example, you can control when you're in a sale or when you're presenting if the people are really smiling and they're real or they're fake. So these are tales, and they aren't just confined to conversations. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, your movements provide important clues about your state of mind. And that's really, really important. The book is called The Book of Tales, Peter Cole again. And I think it's really rare to find it right now. I mean, I couldn't even find it in Amazon. So if you're into this stuff, you might be interested to see my kind of business, which you can find it under the video by clicking the link and learning how you can use all that stuff to make money online by living in such a beautiful place. See you later. Bye bye.